Jet Li, I know that the writers, and I know Matt and many others in the world who did not like, who hate this film, is not technique, yes, okay, and stuff. But me, I looked at it as I've seen so much worse. Believe me, I have. I've seen movies like this, like that, and stuff like that, or bad cutaways, uh, and everything like that. He gets into a fight, and then he reveals that he's his ex-partner, and we get the explanation. He says that, but that explains more likely when you watch it again why Statham's character is so driven, because he knows he feels horrible for his sins or what he's done. You know, somebody will say, "Oh, I give this character credit, but I won't give the mechanic credit." Because Statham is not playing a contract killer in this. He's playing a maverick cop. Yes, he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. That's why he wants to get his hands on the road guy, on this killer, so he could try to make things right. But even though he knows in his heart nothing would ever be right, because of his sin and his guilt, it destroyed his own marriage and stuff like that. And he feels guilty about it. He even says, if I would have known they would have came after you and they would have killed you and your family, I would have taken my own life for that. I would give my life in exchange for theirs. But is that really you? And he goes, Tom Lone is dead. My name is Rogue. At the same time, he has a sharpshooter up there, Jason Statham. Now, he gets in the middle. Now, according to the director on the commentary, we don't exactly see what killed Jason Statham. I mean, was it he got in front of the sharpshooter shot him, the sniper, or did Jet Li's character shoot him and stuff? Then the movie ends where he drives off abrupt. But the reason I hate this film, because I measure this movie next to supposedly throwback revenge films like Machete and Faster, or or even Young Warriors for that fact, which they try to have their cake and eat it too. Or even the Brave one, they try to have their cake and eat it too. They try to be tedious and pretentious. This movie to me didn't feel that way. I thought it was straightforward. The pace to me moved fast. Just me, I know. The acting was good, at least from Statham and from Jet Li, in my humble opinion. They were great. The guy who played the Yakuza, Zero, the actor, Ryu Ashabasi, whatever his name is, he did good for what he had to do. John Lone, for a little bit he's in the film, he did okay. Nothing like that. But I don't think it's a bad film. I mean, that's why. Compared to Faster, compared to Machete, compared to Brave One, all these artsy-fartsy ones, compared to Harry Brown, it's straightforward. I mean, it's a twist, but it's a twist that doesn't piss me off. It didn't come out like, oh, that. I mean, I understand, like, when the BS cast, when we touched on this movie and stuff like that, and I mentioned the thing about, to Matt about this, and Matt made a good argument, good point. I'm not, gonna make fun of him like that, because he respects me, I respect him. We're cool. We're buddies. We're friends, man. We're amigos. And the whole thing when I said, well, Statham is not a full-blown martial artist, but Jet Li's been doing martial arts for years. But then he made a good argument. He said, well, that will make you root more for Jason Statham. Granted, that's true and stuff. I would like to see these two guys go at it against each other again. I would have loved to see if this would have been like a trilogy, like a Man with No Name type of thing. Like Rogue would come in and do this thing. Like this one was like the first full of dollars. The next one would be like for a few dollars more. And then you would have got to a third one. It would have been like Good, Bad, and Ugly. Like that would have been the epic. But unfortunately, the public didn't care for this film. When I first saw it, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was a bad twist. I thought the action scenes were filmed great, which I keep repeating a lot. Statham and Jet Li were great in it. Sad that Jet Li hates this film, because he had I guess him and Philip Atwell didn't see eye to eye on the film. And the writers themselves on the commentary track, If you hate this film, you listen to commentaries and stuff, by any chance, take a listen to that one. It's a very interesting one. Especially the one with the writers, those guys again, let me get their names. Lee Anthony Smith and Gregory J. Bradley, those guys. You know, because they had an idea of what kind of movie they wanted to make and stuff. And then the one with Philip Atwell is interesting as well because he stressed what he wanted to do and stuff. So it'll be an interesting documentary behind this. But Jet Li hates this film and stuff like that. So I guess they won't get Jet Li anywhere near it. I'm willing to bet Jason Statham probably don't have much to say about this film. But I don't know why. I can't hate this movie. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the pace is there. Anytime when you have a movie where you have Yakuza going up against triads, those factions, or anything with these culture clash together, going on into like a Fist of Legends, this Jet Li movie, I remember watching a lot of Contract Killer. Even that little bullshit Steven Seagal made to DVD film, which I thought it was decent. It wouldn't be in my top 5, but it'd be decent. There's one called Into the Sun. You know, for some reason that always gets me involved. I don't know why or whatever. But the film I think is underrated. And honesty, I know people would disagree, including my buddy would disagree, but I can't find much fun with it. I mean, what I would have want to seen. I mean, would I have liked to seen ending where Jet Li was really the bad guy and Jason Statham was really the maverick cop, and these guys go at it in an all-hold-bar fight with some technique? Yes. You know, but I can't, I mean, if the acting was bad and the script was bad, then I will be on the bandwagon with everybody else. But I didn't think the script was bad. And believe it or not, the rating for this one on IMDb is 6.1 on the asshole scale. I have to agree. I'm sorry. 6.1 to me is interesting for a movie that, you know, that went over a lot of people's heads. Maybe because the advertisements behind it was making it to be like a hardcore battle between these two guys. I mean, the title of the movie is War. Even though, ironically, the original title was supposed to be called Rogue. But Lionsgate had to retitle it because around that same time, that alligator film called Rogue was coming out and stuff. And they didn't want to cause confusion. So they retitled it War and stuff. But, I don't know what to say. Rating for this one, 10 out of 10. Well, that's my rating, man. Deal with it. 10 out of 10. And I think I've gone on long enough. If you guys want to see the film, by all means, check it out with an open mind. If people were to rant on this film, I wouldn't be mad because the whole world has ranted on the film. So it wouldn't be that special. But still, I mean, you guys are entitled to your opinions. And I'll be tuning in regardless, you know, and stuff. I know among my friends, you guys out there, you know, when you rant on a film, you're always very respectful about, you know, people who do hold the film in high regard and stuff. So, you know, and everything like that. You're not like that asshole Wade Majors or whatever his name is, that scumbag, you know, stuff like that. Or that motherfucker, Come On Ass, or whatever, that asshole on YouTube as well, and stuff. And you always, you know, you always, have heart and courtesy and what's the words looking for? You know, respect for other people's feelings, which I like that. I try to do the same as well. So 10 out of 10 is the rating for this film, and thank you all for tuning in and watching. I guess this will be an episode of Underrated Cinema, which I haven't done in a long time. I just probably put that up there maybe, which you probably know already. So thank you all for watching, and you all have a nice day and enjoy what's left of the weekend. It is Efren.